Hey, everybody, and welcome to a really exciting conversation with our 2025 Broker of the Year, Kristen Harder, Hub International. Kristen, welcome and congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so honored. Really appreciate you having me.
I think first thing I noticed in doing some research for this conversation is it's super impressive just how much success you've had in a relatively short time working with us. Amy told me that the time between your first conversation with Amy about the difference card and your first sale was 2 weeks. What do you think it was about the difference card that clicked so quickly for you?
First and foremost, Amy's really good at her job. Secondly, what clicked immediately for me is we as broker consultants are going into employer after employer with bad news. We're talking about claims, we're talking about loss ratios, and then we're talking about state of the market. So it clicked immediately for me with Amy, and the difference card was the value proposition. In a market where employers feel like they are constantly having to pay more for less benefit, and then thinking about what that looks like for retention, and just to take a raise that we had just given them as an employer, and now we're going to take it back with less benefit, it doesn't feel very good. So to really mitigate and give people hope again in their benefits program, it just really struck a chord with me. It felt like something that was hopeful and something that I could invigorate the market again with. And why wait? I immediately started talking to my clients about this difference maker in the market.
You meet Amy in 2024, the end of 2024, and then all of a sudden you're Broker of the Year in 2025. That's a very impressive track record. What do you think your success to?
Consistency and intentionality. We do not really lead with product. We really don't lead with pricing, but the difference card was not a one-off product. It was part of our overall advisory approach. So I just began to integrate it into every conversation and, really tried to center it around bridging the gap between employer financials and cultural challenges, as I mentioned, and that this was really the middle ground to bring a tool to the market. It's easy to explain. Employers get it. HR people who are typically resistant to change, they got it. Instead of telling my people they have an $8,000 deductible to meet, I can actually enhance their benefit while not having to look at my CFO and ask for a lot more money per capita. It really became a tool in our tool belt that has taken off.
Do you have a difference card success story you'd be willing to share?
So when I learned about the difference card, I had a 65% rate increase on my hands. And this was a mid-sized employer, and there was no way I had prepped them for that kind of increase. I hadn't prepped myself, quite frankly. So luckily, this group had a $2,500 deductible. So I worked with the team at the difference card to customize a benefit that actually enhanced their current benefits. But on the insurance company paper, we purchased a plan that was much less expensive. So we were able to afford the difference card benefits while also looking the employees in the eye and saying, we're not going up on your deductible. We're not going up on your copays. We're not taking copays away. We're going to structure the plan differently, and here's how it works. And people just understood it. So it ended up being a huge win. After year one, I'm pleased to say we gave that employer a surplus that went towards their second year renewal with the difference card.
It's come to my attention that you have quite the nickname, the Queen of New Braunfels. And I'm wondering, why do you think the difference card works so well with New Braunfels in the San Antonio area, and maybe even like if you expand that out to Texas in general?
That nickname always makes me laugh a little bit, but really, it's just deeply rooted connections and relationships. And this market, Texas in general, we are very relational in nature. A lot of employers are starting to ask the question about self-funding, but they're not quite ready for that. And so the difference card is a way in which we're not going to change the ID card. We're not going to take away the network that they know. We're not replacing a household name. But again, we are marrying the fact of benefits need to be beneficial to our people, and we're not taking more out of the employee's pocketbook. And again, it's built on a legacy of trust. So we are consultants who are working with people. They trust us and they know that we're not going to walk them down a path of something that's scary. And we tell them, look, put this in place. We are at your beck and call over the next year. We're here if something comes up or employees are having a tough time, we're here. So we'll support you all along the way. Your team at the Difference Card does a really great job at supporting us and our team. And through all of that, we give it about 30 days and we check in with our clients and it seems to be going really well. And then again, year two, they do not want to get rid of it. It has been such a refreshing thing for them. We are only building upon what we have done with the Difference Card in the first year.
Kristen, you've been a broker for close to 20 years now, and just curious from an experienced broker's perspective, what do you think makes the Difference Card unique?
Yeah, I can't believe I've been doing this for 20 years. After all, I'm only about 29. So I would say it's simplicity and usability. It's easy to explain. The bottom layer, the foundation is a really strong network, really strong company name, and that insurance that we all are buying as a baseline. And then I always explain it as a sandwich. The layer that makes this, the deluxe club sandwich with all of the things that make it so flavorful is the fact that you have a gift card to use when you're being met at the pharmacy or at the doctor's office. Again, we want people to take care of themselves. We want them to be treated. We want them to go in for preventive visits. And if that turns to more healthcare needs being needed, you've got a card to swipe, whatever we come up with in the plan design. We make it easy and we do a really good job with education so that employees know we're not taking away anything. Employees seem to just really gravitate towards the ease of use.
Yeah, having been on the broker side myself, I know firsthand just how hard it is to differentiate amongst the competition. And you being here today is really a testament to your success in the market and as a broker. In your opinion, Kristen, what are, one or two of the main reasons that you've been so successful, not only with the Difference Card, but just in the industry?
I would say it's discipline, it's relationships. It's a long game. It's not a short game. It's, staying in front of your clients, building trust in various facets, differentiating yourself from product. So years ago, I left the carrier side to come to the broker side so that I wasn't fired when XYZ carrier was no longer the fit. So just always staying disciplined and true to a process, but willing to flex away from a process when the market and this industry just flat out demands more of a broker consultant. Our job today is not to shop benefits. That's one component of about 1,000 other things. And so it's just keeping our ears to the ground and our eyes out for what our clients need year in and year out and flexing with the times. 2026 looks a whole lot different than just 5 years ago. But what never has changed is trust, consistency, being there when the rubber meets the road, and then educating. We are teachers more than we are brokers, really.
A broker consultant's job has changed just tremendously. You almost need to be an accountant, attorney, a financial whiz, all in one. I'll end with maybe a fun one, Kristen. We've talked about how the industry has changed over the past 5 years. Do you have any industry predictions maybe over the next 12, 18, 24 months?
The appetite for change, I think, is going to continue to open up more than we've ever seen it in this Texas market. I think we are going to continue to need to lead our clients outside of the box and just think differently. And with that, I think we've got to study the younger generations in the workforce also, because what the younger generation, Gen Z, expects is different from the baby boomer generation. And and other generations in the workforce.
Kristen, I want to, in closing, thank you again for your support and your partnership. So thank you again for joining.
Thank you. And I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the entire team at the Difference Card. You all are great consummate professionals. Everything you guys do, in every way you support our team. I speak on behalf of all of our team members at Hub San Antonio with a big thank you and applause to the way you all just handle us, handle our clients, educate us, and have a ton of patience and support. So thanks to you guys.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, everybody. Thanks again to Kristen, and we'll talk to you all soon.